Sentient sessions. Court back in session. I have a message for you. Are you ready for it? Hello. How are you feeling? I'm feeling like this. I'm feeling like this. I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna read a prayer because it's been feeling really nice to do so. Because this is what I do, literally. So it's like, why am I hiding what I do? This is what I do. Anyways, so I'm gonna read a prayer, but before I start the message, energy is a real currency. That is the message. Energy is the real currency. Energy is the real currency. Energy is what gives you the power to work out plans. Energy, mental energy, like energy can be utilized however you want it to be utilized, but it's the real currency. Energy. Anyways, let's get into this because God is love and God is life. This life is one and indivisible. Life manifests itself in and through all people. It is at the center of my own being. I know that light dispels the darkness, so does the love of the good overcome all evil. My knowledge of the power of love overcomes all negative conditions now. Have I told y'all what book this is? Actually, let me start it over. This is The Miracle Power of Your Mind by Joseph Murphy. Let me tell you something about this. In any text that you pick up that is spiritual of nature, use your own intuition. Like, even with the Four Agreements, like whatever book it is that you read, use your own intuition with it. Like, when I use this book, I don't use it. I'm not reading it cover to cover. Do you see how thick this book is? I'm not reading it cover to cover. I'm reading his interpretation of certain Bible verses, and sometimes I interpret it differently. But it's a really good, nice, like, I like hearing his experiences and the experiences of other people. So sometimes I'll be like, Spirit, give me a page, go to a page. And then when I first started reading it, I feel like I was like, my guidance would tell me something first. And it's the same thing with any book I read. Like, I'll be in a process of thoughts and understandings and awakenings, and then I'll pick it up, open it up, and then boom, it like also is a different way to explain what the space I'm already in, like confirmation. I use everything as confirmation. I already know. Confirmation comes from outside sources, but answers come from within. So when I have an answer, the reassurance comes from outside of me. The confirmation comes from outside of me, but I don't look for answers outside of me first. I get answers first, figure everything out. My main source of wisdom is my own journal. Is me writing pen to paper, is me talking, is me exploring thoughts, like, and then I find confirmation, or people come up to me with different confirmation. Like, it's been kind of it's not overwhelming. It never gets overwhelming because this is the life I live. Like, it's the more I become aware of it that it's like, whoa, but this has always been the life that I lived. Like, even when I was a teenager, I would feel like something's wrong, and then something will happen that just shows me that my intuition is spot on. It's so odd, but like, well, not even something's wrong, but like, I will feel something or know something, and then boom, here's confirmation. Yeah. So, yeah, that's how I've lived this life. Like, this is my life, and I'm realizing, because I used to like really assume everyone exists in the same type of reality, but like, now that I'm awakening more, like, now that I'm more aware of who I am and what I'm capable of, and I know when confirmation is coming my way, I can just tell when it's like, it rings different. I hear it different. The conversation, like, I've been having the same conversations in mad different spaces, and that's where I'm like, oh, here's the confirmation, because God speaks through all of us. That's how I feel. And that's why it comes in diverse ways, because I'll hear the same confirmation from somebody of a different belief system. Like, I'll hear the confirmation from a Christian, I'll hear the confirmation from somebody in African spirituality, I'll hear a confirmation from a white person, I'll hear a confirmation from a black person, and then all of it just comes together, and like it just confirms something I've already believed to be true, or I'm already understanding for myself. So that's what I had to say. Anyways, love freeze. God is love and God is life. This life is one and indivisible. Life manifests itself in and through all people. It is at the center of my own being. I know that light dispels the darkness. So does the love of the good overcome all evil. My knowledge of the power of love overcomes all negative conditions now. Love and hate cannot dwell together. I now turn the light of God upon all fears or anxious thoughts in my mind, and they flee away. The dawn, light of truth, appears, and the shadows, fear and doubt, flee away. I know divine love watches over me, guides me, and makes clear the path for me. I am expanding into the divine. I am now expressing God in all my thoughts, words, and actions. The nature of God is love. I know that perfect love casteth out fear. And even before I got this book, I wrote a poem. First of all, I feel like poems are prayers. Prayers are poems. Psalms, the whole book of Psalms is songs that are also prayers. Anyways, so I wrote a poem that's basically about this, how fear and love cannot coexist in the same vessel. I don't believe that. I don't believe fear and love are the same thing. I don't believe that you can fear something you love. I don't believe you can love something you fear. Like right now, there's things I want that I fear, but I have to go through the fear in order to understand what it is that I want from love. So when I get scared, I kind of just like, I'll know when it's off. But when I'm scared, I just do it. Like when I'm scared, I just go through it because there's like, for example, usually the scariest decisions I've made have been the best decisions I've ever made. One of the biggest decisions was moving states with no money and somebody I didn't really quite trust. Like I wanted to, but I didn't. And moving states was so scary. But I trusted God over everything, for real. It had me working through insecurities, especially about having no money and relying on another person. Had me working through insecurities. Everything eventually plays out. I had mad dreams before. Like God really prepared me for that journey. I was having dreams. Like explaining everything that was about to happen, and then it played out. And when it plays out, it's scary. But like it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, confirmation, you find confirmation. And sometimes the scariest things be the loveliest things. Or the decisions you have to make that you want to play it safe on. You want to play it safe, you're scared because you don't know what's next. You're not really scared because of what you scared because you don't know if you can control what happens next. You're scared because there's so many unknown variables, but sometimes you already had the understanding of this is okay, like it's gonna work out and this high is good. Like I know what I've been manifesting. I've been consciously thinking, manifesting, hoping, dreaming. You know what I'm saying? It just needs to play out in reality, and that's the thing I can't control, how it plays out. But energy is the true currency. What do you spend your energy on? Okay. Energy is the one thing that you can wield. Alchemy. You control your own energy. And when energy is thrown your way, you just control it some more. You take darkness and you make it light. Anytime I'm dealing with uncertainty, like the way that I say like going through fear is like fog. It's like confusion. So when I feel fear, I know that I just have to go through the confusion of the fear to understand what it is, because I know the energy that I feel like I've been becoming more intentional about what I want and the energies that I'm putting out there, so I can recognize signs much clearer. So it's like, oh, like when you're in confusion, or in fear, it's like you're in a storm and the only thing you can do is just sit the storm out. But at the end of the storm is a brighter day. You get what I'm saying? Like, confusion is like fog. And you know that there's something at the other side of it. Like, you can see all the signs of like, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Like, everything's leading up to it. But then you just be like, no, this could go wrong. That could go wrong. I should back out now. We run away from our own prayers. We'll say, I want this, but when the prayer comes in, or when we get really close to it, we talk ourselves out of it so bad. Like, we talk ourselves out of it so bad. We be like, no, it's gonna go wrong. But like, you was sitting there praying for it. You was like, yeah, I really want this new opportunity. I really want that. I really want it. It comes along. You be like, no, I don't deserve it. It's not mine. I shouldn't do it. No, this is gonna be bad. Everything's gonna end. And it's like, everything was lining up for you. Like, high key, like, I'm the type of person now, I'm like, shit. I really do be like, fuck it. I'm gonna go through it. It is what it is. Like, when I feel like, I guess that's what you call obedience. But like, if I feel it in my soul, like, this is something that I've wanted, even if I see nothing but fog, I'm going through the tunnel in the dark, yo. I'll go through that tunnel in the dark. I'll go through that tunnel. Okay, so I got 3 cards. I'm gonna go through that tunnel in the dark. What you mean? So, spiritual awakening, the law of compensation. Give that which you seek. Then we have the law of non-attachment. Let go, release, and allow miracles. Then we have the law of perception, which is look beyond the illusion to the one truth. So what is we talking about? I love how long it's been taking me to use cards. And the more I be saying that, the less cards I be using. And I love my cards, but I feel like I'm being weaned off of them. Like, I feel like I'm being weaned off of my cards. Like, now I'm being more intentional about the cards and not using them just from a space of... Like, I feel like before, for me, I was using my cards from a space... Like, I enjoy the art of using cards. I enjoy the art of divination. But it's like... I was using the cards because I wasn't really trusting the message. But now I be looking at my cards, I'm like, bro, it's one word. It's me. It's me. Like, it's literally, I'm pulling a card that says water. How am I getting this message from the card water? It's me. So I have to allow me to be a vessel and stop relying. I'm the card. That's where I'm starting to see myself. Yeah, no, I be expressing my own like little moments. I want to be me, fully, wholly. The law of compensation 43. Give that which you seek. Life is an energy exchange. I love the card. Now it's like when the cards come out, they tie everything together. And then I drop a little something there too. But that's what I'm saying about confirmation. Things be confirmation. The energy comes from within. The truth, the understanding is from within. And then the energy confirms in other things and other people. And God speaks. If you ask, God gives reassurance. That's the same way we seek reassurance. Why would we seek something that isn't offered to us on a spiritual level? Reassurance, confirmation. It comes from within first. So, life is an energy exchange. Each person is compensated in a like manner to how they contribute. There's identical correlation in the amount of value you give to the value you receive. There's also an equal atonement to the expense of your action. This natural amending mechanism is the process of redemption, bringing balance and order. For example, you reap what you sow, you get back what you give. Awaken the oracle within. Money is first created within your mind. You are shifting from seeking to get things from the world to being of service to the world. Your higher self wants you to know that you are valuable beyond measure. By drawing this card, you are ready to claim your worth now. To do this, you must let go of any scarcity mentality. No longer allow doubts to dominate your thoughts. Your first step is to live in such faith and conviction that all fear becomes annihilated. Next, you must know your value and be valuable to others. Wealth is coming to you now. Okay? Journal in action. Give away whatever you seek without needing it to come back directly from the same source you gave it to. If you seek love, then give love. If you seek money, give money or value. If you seek energy, give energy via the body. All is energy. Like, we think so hard and it's really energy. Like, what are you pouring your energy into thought wise? Truly, like, your thoughts eventually manifest. They come back, and they come back physically. However, and this is, what when I used to hear things like this, I used to get so like overwhelmed. Like, I used to feel so guilty. First of all, that was the energy in itself, the feeling guilty for feeling mad, feeling guilty for feeling a fucking feeling guilty for feeling anything dark. And what that ends up becoming is an imbalance, because you're stifling all that chaos within when you need to really be going through the motions of it. And you become clearer when you go through the motions of all your feelings. That's a side note. You have to go through the motions of everything that you feel, and not hold on to it so much. Just feel it and let it go. And that's alchemy. You turn that, whatever you feel it deeply, and turn it into something new. Like, becoming aware of that thought allows you to become aware of where you're pouring that. Like, let's say you're very angry. You're allowed to be very angry. Something made you mad. You can be mad. Take that anger, all right? Work through the anger. Like, really understand, why are you so angry? And then rewrite it. Take that anger and rewrite the most ideal situation. Like, oh, this happened. Like, I be really applying meaning in the ways that serve me the best. Like, something happens, oh, this happened for a reason. This happened because this gonna happen. This happened because that's alchemy. That's how I be applying the energy that I'm receiving or creating in a situation to something that serves me better than just pouring into anger and like resentment and resenting myself and resenting other people. Because at the end of the day, when I resent another person, it's because I resent myself for making a choice I feel was wrong. So yeah, the law of non-attachment: let go, release, and allow miracles. Yeah, every time I resent another person, it's because I resent myself. And becoming honest about that, like, becoming honest about that really has been changing my life. Like, I'm not afraid to feel things like jealousy, guilt, shame, lust. I'm not afraid of it, because I'm taking that energy. I'm going to do what I want with it. Like, because what we do when we start to stifle is we just do shit. Like, we do shit that seems so out of our control, because we trying so hard to, like, not even control the situation. Like, okay, like, I feel all this shame about, I always use this example, but like, feeling shame about your sexuality. You feel shame about your sexuality, you won't work through it. You will not work through it. So what you end up doing, hurting people. Like, you feel shame about your sexuality, and there's examples that could be, that's the perfect example to use, truly, because that's how people be. Like, you feel shame about liking either the same gender or liking some, like, either the same gender or liking transgendered people. Like, you feel shame about shit like that. So what you end up doing, hating them real bad. Like, you gay internally, so you end up really hating gay people or taking it out on gay people or being really homophobic. You sometimes people take it even more extreme, and that's because of the shame that they will not let themselves really examine and feel. They won't let themselves come to peace with the shame, so they're in constant chaos, and that chaos be boiling inside of them, and then it spills out. So, like, imagine taking that energy. That's how all of us have worked through our cycles. Like, you have worked through certain cycles because you have looked at yourself and you apply new meaning. Me personally, I'm a bisexual woman, and I don't I still have not explored what that really means for me, but I know I had to work through my feelings about being bisexual outwardly, like out loud. I had to work through my feeling, like my internalized shame and homophobia and misogyny, and I still to this day have to work through certain cycles and certain things, but I can create a life that's more unique to me, or more, I can create a life that actually resonates with me, versus if I was to live the way I was living before, which was to just deny myself everything I was interested in and not express, like, just deny myself everything I was interested in and just follow what was expected of me. And it never worked out because I was unhappy. It never worked out because I was super unhappy. Like, now that I can explore those elements of myself, I can explore other elements of myself. It even applies to the way that I live out heterosexual relationships. There's certain dynamics that's just for me versus what is normally expected of a heterosexual relationship. So that is my perfect example always. But alchemy, you alchemize the things that you feel and you apply meaning now. That's taking back your power. So yeah. The law of non-attachment, this universal law is set into motion the moment you attach a positive or negative meaning to anything that occurs or does not occur, which is the belief that the physical realm is more powerful than the creative power within. I'm spitting. I'm spitting like literally I just spat, but I am spitting though. Like, to have anything in life, you must free yourself mentally from attachment to it. Nothing in the physical realm is permanent and is only the mental equivalent of what is going on within consciousness. Becoming neutral and equanimous is the key to directing this law. Balance. It's balance. Like, again, like, if you there has to be a balance between chaos and peace. Like, there's only so much you can control, but like your inner world, if you bring your inner world to peace, you're gonna see shifts of chaos, but you're also going to find more peace outside of yourself. And then once you find that peace outside of yourself, it gives you more space to explore the chaos within. We're constantly in these cycles where you take this energy and you make it what you want. Anytime I've been in a really dark situation, I've just said the whole way through, oh, this is happening because this is going to happen. This is happening because, like, people have seen me in action. Like, if I'm in a dark situation, trust and believe in a couple months, I'm not going to be in that situation no more. And I'm going to be in a situation that was better than why I ended up in that situation in the first place. That's just how I live. I trust myself enough to do that. It's alchemy. Like, you giving me lemons. I love lemonade. Are you shitting me? Like, you give me lemons. Life give me lemons. I fucking love lemonade. That's my favorite drink. I'm turning it into lemonades. I'm adding matcha. I'm putting passion fruit in the bitch. I'm blending that shit up with ice. Like, I'm spiking it sometimes. Like, you give me lemons, I'm making a lot of things out of it, for real. That's what I feel like. That's what that statement really means. Like, life gives you lemons, you making lemonade. Yeah, spice it up. You making lemonade. Oh, I'm making lemonade. I'm adding cinnamon to it. Like, I'm making something different now. Yeah, come on. Awaken the oracle within. Discord might be knocking at your door. By drawing this card, Your higher self desires for you to heal and awaken, remembering who you are. At the core of who you are is pure goodness, eternal kindness, and an eternal givingness to life. The universe is reminding you that if you do not work for the highest good, you will take away your divine powers, experiencing feeling disempowered. There is loving energy in the universe, and you get to direct it because you are it. All is energy. Energy is the only true currency. Disempowerment does nothing but suck your energy away. The more you take those things that have made you feel disempowered and you decide what it is now, the more energy you give yourself. You're alchemizing. So, yeah. The law of perception. Look beyond the illusion to the one truth. I have thoughts sometimes when I'm doing readings, but some of them just be for me. Like, I'm trying to find this. Okay. Look beyond the illusion to the one truth. You are such a powerful spiritual being that the moment you even conceive yourself to be a divided identity, you set universal law into motion. You inform your subconscious mind, the subjective mind, and the one mind in the blink of consciousness. All spiritual work is the shifting of the identity back to the I am identity. The universe has to agree with you. How you believe life is, how you think it is, you are divine. My most controversial thought, I would say, but it's not really, because I'm talking to people who usually understand what I'm talking about. But God really just be waiting on you. You're not waiting on direction. God is waiting on you and then gives you direction and then waits on you again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say, again, when I say all is energy, what's the example I was using earlier? Not about the sexuality, but actually, nah, that's too much. Like, I mean, it's too much right now, but I'm gonna get into that in a whole different video at some point. But like, let's say you want to make more money. God just be waiting on you to say you want to make more money. Now, all you do is focus on how you want to make more money, but you know a solution is coming. I want to make more money, but I need a solution. There is a solution. I want to make more money. Why do I want to make more money? Because I want more money for this. There's a solution to that. This is what I want. There's a solution. And then you get aligned to things. What I say before? Okay, here's what we going back to. So then you get aligned to things. Now, if you trust yourself, you got the energy to be able to work through it. It's not that money's gonna fall from the sky. Sometimes that happens, like, but it's the energy that you're in. If you say you want more money, you take all the opportunities to make more money that align to you, right? So you're like, I want to make more money. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. Is it's like you get this opportunity, you take it, and then you just allow things to flow from there on. Because your goal is to make more money. The energy comes from you, and within those situations, you have even more ability to apply meaning. So perspective, a change of perspective could really change your situation. But God be waiting on you to do that. Hey, you want to make more money? Here's a bunch of opportunities to make more money. Are you gonna take it? And then you be like, no, I don't deserve that. No, I don't want that. No, this is too much for me. No, I can't do that. I have, like, when I'm getting into a situation where it seems like I have to work a little harder than I want to, I just be like, I know I'm gonna have the energy to do that because I asked for it. I asked for it, so I'm gonna have the energy to do that. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna continue to apply meaning. I'm gonna continue to be like, okay, so this is happening. Well, I'm working this hard. That means when this happens, it's gonna be so yeah. Because God be wanting to work with you, wants to sit down with you, make plans. Like, you just be having to wait on the flow and the cycles of shit. But you need to start to recognize signs and things, really. And recognize when you can have confirmation and you can have what you desire. So yeah, awaken to the oracle within. It seems you've been playing small. at this game called life. By drawing this card, your higher self desires for you to no longer look to the outside world, to only seek the truth within. There is an almighty, omniscient presence with you now. There is an indestructible, absolute, and a self-existing aspect of you. The universe is revealing through the law of perception that you can never be the effect of any circumstance. Your destiny is to fulfill your full, to experience, I said fulfill, to experience your full divinity. Like, we are conscious co-creators. It's just that we have to learn how to work with the limitations. It's not even that, I said this in a previous reading. You're working with the limitations that you have been given. Even going back to the sexuality example, you were given a limitation. Now that you have this limitation, it's your choice of how are you gonna live out your life? Like, because people will tell you all these things, but like, they're not living your life for you. So how are you gonna live out your life? And that's really taking accountability for your life, and your experiences is what you create for yourself. Like, again, with resentment, the most of the times when we resent other people is because we resent the choices we've made. Like, we be like, oh, I resent this person. Nah, like, you resent that you gave love to that person. You resent that you did all these things for this person. You resent that you couldn't recognize the signs. You resent that you treated yourself like that. You resent the ways that you kept yourself. You resent yourself. You resent how you didn't make a new choice. You resent the way you kept yourself stuck. And by continuously leaning into that energy, you continue to resent shit and resent yourself and resent situations that you be in. Yeah. When I be burping, I be like, yeah, express that shit. Oh, that's when I be letting the fucking intrusive thoughts be winning. Like, I'll be like, yeah, express that shit. You know what you're talking about. But it's true, like, disempower, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much more to you. You can see it even if you practice changing your thoughts. I'm telling you, 21 days. I don't know. Every time I mention this, I'm like, somebody here needs to hear this. 21 days. Find you a subconscious tape. Find you a self-concept tape. Self-concept affirmations. 8 hours a night. Listen to that while you sleep. And actually see your life change a little bit. Or every morning, affirmations in the mirror. You will see your life change. And come back after 21 days and comment to me. How did your life look a little different? How do you feel? Do you feel a little better? Do you feel like you worked through some shit? And it's not gonna be pleasant. I'm telling you, when I first did it, now I don't really do, I do a self-concept, so like, I've been trying it again. But when I first did a self-concept tape, I make my like own when I want to. I use, like, it's very specific, but anyways, when I first did a self-concept tape, bitch, I was waking up in the morning fucking mad. Like, cause these was things that was just like new to me. I had to do one on boundaries. Life kind of changed around that. Cause I didn't have no boundaries. Like, I am the person I am now because of the things I've been feeding my mind. Because of the things I've been telling myself about myself. I am. That I am is your most powerful fucking tool in your arsenal. Bitch, that's your instant alchemy. Oh, I'm in this situation. I feel like shit. I feel like doo-doo. I feel like shit. I'm only feeling this because it's going to show me just how amazing I am. Bitch, you keep telling yourself that. I'm telling you, life will actually show you how amazing you are. It just be waiting. To tell, like, I like confirmation. So life be giving me confirmation. I'm a person who needs reassurance. I know who I am. I accept dark parts of myself. I have anxiety. I need reassurance. I do things for the anxiety. The more I take care of the anxiety that I have, the more life meets me where I'm at to make me more comfortable. The more I aim to make me more comfortable, the more life makes me more comfortable. So, you get what I'm saying? So that's my example. Like, listen, like, you're not, people deal with things, and some things are out of our control. And as we learn how much as we learn just how much power we have, we start to understand more and more how we can utilize, how we can shift out of certain beliefs and into new beliefs. Like right now, seasons of working hard, right? You in a season of working hard, but while you're working hard, you'll be like, I'm working hard to make my life easier. And then you see yourself shift into a season of things being easier. You gotta alchemize situations that you're in. Life is a series of flows, good, bad. Things be out of our control. But like, keeping your calm, keeping your cool, and knowing that there is a solution can be your first step to really like creating a solid plan that works with you and the space of life that you're in, the beliefs you have. Right now, you need a solution that fits your beliefs. You need a solution that doesn't require you to, you need a solution that aims to upgrade you in the direction that you want without putting you in a position where you would self-sabotage. Like, even when I think about rushing, like where I am right now, as much as I try to rush, life was just preparing me to be here and maintain this. Because before, I would have self-sabotaged the fuck out of where I am right now if I hadn't gone through the things that I've experienced before. So I'm so grateful for those experiences. And it would just be a waste of energy to hold on to resentment, to shame, guilt, fear. And I be having to move. It's not like overnight, you know? But things be having to happen the way that they happen, and you're just moving in flow. And you want your solution to flow with you and flow you into where you need to be. You know, but you have to aim for that in your actions towards yourself and the ways that you speak towards yourself. Start by doing work on yourself. Shadow work be essential. You do some shadow work, bitch. You do some shadow work. You just unearthed all this energy to work with. Like, for real. That ass. Like, let me tell you, ooh. When do I start talking about shadow work? Can't be this video, it's already long, but we gonna talk about more stuff here. I feel freer. I feel like I want to talk about more. I'm taking a different turn, but yeah. So, CM Sentient Sessions, please come back.